Guys, look, I got my wheelchair! Ah! Just kidding. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Michaela, and if you haven't seen, lately I've been trying to get approved for a ambulatory wheelchair.
Hey guys, Editing Brielle here. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a recap just in case you guys are new or if you haven't seen the past videos. So basically, Michaela asked one of her doctors about an ambulatory wheelchair back on June 24th, and they sent her a reply that day and told her that they would put the order in. And basically, she had for a physical therapy appointment, which is the appointment where she goes in and she talks to the physical therapist about kind of like her needs for a chair and her physical abilities and stuff like that. And she talks to the wheelchair dealer about which chairs they would recommend. She had that appointment on July 14th. So it's been a couple months since then, basically. The last time that we heard anything from her insurance was on, I believe, October 2nd. So that was the last time she talked to her insurance, and she'll kind of tell you guys what she heard from them. But basically, that's just kind of an overview of what happened. Her appointment was kind of weird. So basically, when she went into the physical therapist and the dealer, they didn't do any strength testing or mobility testing like they normally would. They did some kind of basic physical stuff, but definitely not as intense as it normally would be when you're actually getting evaluated for a chair. And they did ask her a lot of questions, and it did seem like they were very reassuring that she would for sure get this chair and that she for sure would, have no issues with it. Kind of everyone in the clinic was like, oh, everything will be fine, that kind of stuff. And it was kind of weird to hear them talk that way when, there's no way they could be sure because it isn't their decision, it's insurance's. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We don't have a copy of the progress notes from that appointment, so it's kind of weird that we don't even have that to look at, but the hospital wouldn't give them to her, so they still haven't given them to her, which I think is definitely really weird.
You guys asked for an update, and the good news is that there is no good news. The bad news is that insurance denied it. Basically, insurance denied it because I can ambulate around my house, which means I can get from the bedroom to the bathroom is basically the criteria that they use. I don't just live at my house, so that's frustrating. And at my house, my bedroom is right next to the bathroom, and it's not necessarily the case here at the dorm. It takes me a little bit to get to the bathroom. And, sometimes in the middle of the night or when I'm having a flare-up or when I just don't have good balance in general, it's a real struggle to get to the bathroom. I called my doctor's office, and they took about a month to talk to the physical therapist that did my evaluation. And they claimed to have added more information and have faxed the paperwork to my insurance. The doctor's office has been really weird. I've asked them to provide me what they're giving to the insurance, and they say they will, and then they don't. They just submit what I already have, which has been really frustrating because I would like a copy of that to know what they're sending. So that's really frustrating. And then they just, every time I call, they at this point get really annoyed with me. So basically, today is October 2nd, and I called today for an update, and the insurance company said that it is finally in review after it being submitted last week, Thursday? Maybe?
Yeah, last week or the week before, maybe.
Right. It's been a little bit since it was submitted. So I will keep you guys in the loop. You guys can check out my Instagram if you guys are really wanting some updates. I'll be a little bit better about posting these updates.
One thing I would say that was kind of weird is that your appointment didn't go as expected.
Right.
So after having a wheelchair consult myself, I know what should happen. What should happen is they should do a strength test, a kind of mobility test, and kind of gauge where you are for everything. They didn't do any of that. They didn't do any of what they were supposed to do in that appointment, and that kind of makes me uncomfortable because the thing is yeah, obviously they wanted to get you in as fast as possible, but then they made all these promises that they couldn't keep.
Yeah, the biggest thing about this is that they have been they made promises, they made it seem like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna get a chair, and I didn't, and that's been really frustrating. But, you know, it was really important for me to have my doctor's support on this. The good news is that Gabrielle got her chair. Thank you for letting me borrow it for the
You're welcome. Isn't it beautiful, guys?
Yes, it is. It's very nice. But I felt that the insurance company was discriminating me based on the fact that they don't know that POTS isn't really a well-known condition. So it was really difficult for me to understand why they made the decision they did. I guess in the end they're in charge, but yeah. If we can't get this chair approved this year, it just will not happen at this point unless I crowdfund and do some kind of GoFundMe, which I don't feel comfortable doing, but you know. Alright guys, so I will update you guys when I have more information, but until then, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you whatever I choose to do with my life. Bye.